Hello, everyone. Pleasure having you here on another Sunday. It's actually, I'm just realizing if we reach January Feb, gonna have done this for a year. It feels like we haven't talked about this, explored this for a year, which is crazy. I mean, if once we reach 52 weeks, I'm gonna be mind blown. I think I've never done something where I could look back without having done a habit tracker. We've done this so every week, and it's a routine. Crazy. Just came to my mind. So welcome everybody. As usual, I would love to invite you to open up the chat that we can sense in a bit who is actively present with us. Obviously, we have our wider net of light warriors around the globe from around every space and the spaces we have been visiting throughout this process. But yeah, just open up the chat. Where do your feet touch the ground? That would be awesome. Of Germany, Texas, Greece, Mexico City, Netherlands, the US, Montreal, Car- Cardiff. Cardiff, it says the UK. Sounds very British. Nice. The UK and Abu Dhabi. Yeah, brilliant. So, again, the invitation to see the little bubbles around the globe and then your wider net, the people you touch, the people who are here sometimes with us, also seeing them and feeling the connection to those light bulbs all around. And yeah, if you have any technical issues, let me know. Just write me in the chat. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, you should be able to hear Trent. And then I hand it over to Inken today. Back to Inken for the little introduction of where we're going today.
Yes, thank you very much, Hendrik. A warm, warm, cozy welcome from Abu Dhabi. Even in Abu Dhabi, it's a bit chilly at the moment, so we are all in winter mode, right? Um, and I need to confess that I really missed you last week. So I'm very, very happy to be back for our final last session in 220. So we are going into a short break, but we will be back in January 3rd, I think it is. And we just we want to wish you all a beautiful festive season, a nice break, and just a great time getting comfortable, getting love and beautiful moments, and just it's a short break, and we will miss you for sure, but we have lots of things to come in the next year for you. So Trent also prepared a very special one today. We are very curious what's happening today, Trent. And I'm very excited that the final call is your morning voice from Trent from US to share with us before we go in the break. So I hand it over to you, Trent. Guys, enjoy what he prepared for us, and Trent, go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy for everybody that made it today. I'm grateful and appreciative to you. I have a quick framing for us to kind of get into our topic for today. I think Jim has just said, hey, let's get to the good stuff, but let me give you a little bit of framing, and that way we can all get on the same page. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. So we're talking about sex and religion, but the reason we're talking about sex and religion, like even more, is to remind you about the ability you have to balance your polarity. So a lot of people can exist in extremes. And with topics like sex and religion, with money and spirituality, for instance, I'm going to use two examples. This is, usually you exist along the spectrum. And it's so easy to get, again, be in duality, right? Choosing one or the other, binary, 0, 1. But the reminder, the call to you today, and I hope we all, dig into more during the meditation, is to, hey, where am I at in my life on different subjects? So the first example here is like spirituality and money, right? Like you go, well, I don't want to be Gordon Gekko. I don't want to be greedy. And so maybe you go way too far this side where you're, well, I'm spiritual, right? But you end up walking around barefoot begging for money. I mean, these and the monks are great. They're wonderful, but maybe, you're being a monk without realizing it, and this is coming from someone that lived in Thailand for 9 months. So, I found that in myself some, hey, am I taking on too much of this pole, right? And then when you zoom out and you look, you say, okay, wait a second. I can take consciousness to investing, right? And so something that I've stumbled upon recently that's been a part of some of the change as well is conscious investing, right? So you can put some of these things together that before maybe seem like opposites, right? So that's one example. Another example is just like we're talking about, being wild and free, sex, whatever, and religion, and being serious and that pole, right? So maybe you are not having enough fun, right? If you're way on this side, maybe you can come to here and find a new comfortable place to vibrate, right? Maybe you find yourself too far on this end and you're not getting things done, right? And you need more structure, right? That's something to think about for yourself and where your setting is. And then you can begin to program yourself and begin to think about, affirmations and things like that to maybe move to a new balance that'll serve you. So there's the framing for today, guys. Hope you got a lot out of that. I'm going to share the music and let's dig in. We're going to do some releasing. We're going to get into some hopefully kind of triggering stuff. Hope my goal today is to trigger you. Okay, but then we're going to again use that to evolve. Here we go. Okay. So now you want to settle in. Allow yourself to close your eyes if you haven't already. Finding yourself sinking into your seat, beginning to relax. And take a deep breath and just, again, start to go inward. Letting the outside start to fade away. And the inside world become clearer. So let's relax our bodies, starting with the top of the head. Relaxing the scalp. Relaxing the face. Relaxing your jaw and your eyes. Relaxing the neck. And letting the relaxation flow to your shoulders and traps. And you can let your shoulders drop. Let the burden go. Let the relaxation flow down your arms to your fingertips. Relaxing your chest and back. Relaxing your stomach. And the relaxation flow into your hips. feeling more comfortable where you're seated. Flowing down to your legs, relaxing all the time, to your knees, to your calves, all the way to your toes. Let's take a deep breath together, all the way to the bottom of the belly, and relaxing the entire body as you breathe out. Noticing your breathing, allowing it to slow, become deeper, more relaxed, more comfortable, more internal, more present. You can imagine roots coming from the base of your spine, your bottoms of your feet, your root chakra, going deep into the earth, grounding, stabilizing, connecting, strengthening you. You can feel the earth energy, its safety, its support. And allow yourself to relax even more into the safe, comfortable arms of the earth. Sitting up straight with your spine straight, you can imagine going up your spine, slowly aligning as you bring your attention upward. Energy moving through your chakras. As you bring your attention to your crown, you can look up with your eyes still closed. Go above your body and let the light from above into your crown. And feel the relief as the energy enters your crown, the light from above relaxes you. It enlightens you, frees you. So feel this new balance, this grounding, this empowerment, this presence. You can notice the group energy now, welcoming you, inviting you. The warmth of community, the warmth of friendship. You're safe. You're welcome. You're accepted. You belong. Feel that now. Feeling safe to share, feeling safe to be here. Feeling safe to be vulnerable. And to find healing if you so desire. Let's go deeper within ourselves with every number. 10. 9. Walking downstairs deeper into yourself. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. At your core, true self. So everywhere you feel uncomfortable, whether it's about what's coming, whether it's about something that you brought with you today, everywhere you feel discomfort on the surface, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you let it be? Can you surrender it? Everywhere you're worried about what you might find in yourself about these subjects today. Everywhere you feel worry, can you breathe into that? Can you let that go? All the fear that has arisen, every bit of fear that you're aware of, can you allow yourself to just let it be? Can you feel it? And can you surrender it? Can you breathe into it? All the pain that you can bear and that you're willing to surrender. Can you allow yourself to breathe into that? Can you let that go? Everywhere you feel aversion, so you're trying to avoid something. Everywhere you feel aversion, can you allow that to be? Can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Everywhere you're avoiding, reverse, but also avoiding, maybe escaping, not wanting to see or feel something that's right in front of you, that's right within you. Everywhere you are practicing avoidance and you're ready to surrender this, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Everywhere you've numbed yourself, so you're in a place of apathy or numbing, and you're ready to take a step forward. You're willing to change. Everywhere that you are in apathy and numbing, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you let it go some more? And even more. Everywhere you're telling yourself that the pain is too much. So everywhere you've got a story about why you can't feel better, so why you are stuck in some emotional mess. Everywhere you're defending it rather than letting it go, rather than healing it, rather than moving it. Everywhere you're telling yourself these stories, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you let it go some more? And even more. Everywhere you are avoiding the past. So there's something from your past. Maybe we can bring up sex in this topic as well. Everywhere you are terrified of repeating a past mistake. Maybe you feel terror, maybe you feel shame, ashamed of yourself for something that you did or haven't forgiven yourself for. So everywhere you are negatively judging yourself for your past and you feel terror, you feel fear, you feel shame, can you very gently allow yourself to breathe into this part of yourself? Can you let it flow? Can you let go? You can even imagine like a closed fist gently opening. And just like as your hand would open, that was once a clenched fist, you can allow yourself to feel the lightness of the relief, of the release, of the letting go. Everywhere you're afraid of losing control, that if you let go, that somehow you will make another mistake or you will hurt yourself in some way. So again, this hang up, this kind of stuck energy, can you allow yourself to breathe into that, the fearful part of yourself? Can you breathe into that? Can you bring awareness and consciousness to it? Can you let it go? And everywhere you feel a lack of control, ability to control yourself, a lack of ability to control life. So maybe it's a sense of like powerlessness over yourself or over your environment. Can you allow yourself to feel that now, if it's within you? That lacking feeling, can you allow yourself to be aware of what's within you? Can you breathe into it and can you let it go? Can you let it go some more? Everywhere you feel grief, related or unrelated, anywhere grief is coming up and you feel grief, can you allow yourself to feel into that? Can you breathe into it? Can you open and let it go? Everywhere you feel defeated, like a loser, like it's done, like in other words, it's not one time, but it's a judgment of defeat. So maybe you'd feel defeated in love, or you feel defeated in, I don't know, something like that. Everywhere you feel that, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? The permanence of it. It's just a feeling. Can you let it go? Everywhere you feel frustrated, you want the outcome to be different. You want things to change, but maybe you keep getting the same thing over and over again. So everywhere you feel frustration and tension and unmet needs, everywhere you feel this, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you allow the energy to move and can you allow things to be different? Can you allow yourself to stick your toe, at least, in the possibility? Can you allow yourself to lighten up? Everywhere you feel judgment and a lack of acceptance for who you are, and any relating pain. So everywhere you feel that, can you breathe into that? And can you let that go? Everywhere you must be a Christian or a perfect spiritual person in order to be loved, in order to be accepted. And there's some part of you that's out of alignment with that. Can you breathe into that and can you let that go? You have to be more religious. You have to be more spiritual to be loved, to go to heaven. Everywhere that you can feel that, breathe into that. Everywhere you're not good enough to be loved, or not good enough to go to heaven, or not good enough to have your ideal partner, or have your needs met. Everywhere that you feel not good enough, can you allow yourself to bring conscious awareness to it? Can you breathe into that? Can you let that go? Everywhere other people are better than you, they deserve to get what they want, or they deserve to go to heaven and you don't. Everywhere other people are more deserving than you, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? They're good, they're okay, but I'm not. Everywhere that you are playing that game, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Anywhere other people can have what you want, but you can't. So anywhere you are having a belief or feeling about, I can't have what I want, and maybe you have a because there. So anywhere you have a story about you can't have what you want, can you allow yourself to feel the emotional resonance of this? Can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you bring awareness to this pattern? So anywhere else you feel undeserving, you feel unworthy, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Everywhere you have to suffer in order to be a good person. So you have to sacrifice and suffer just to have good things in your life. So everywhere you are carrying a cross unnecessarily. Everywhere you are creating your own suffering in order to make it like now you can earn it, right? Anywhere you're doing that, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Or you think you have to suffer more in order to get what you want, in order to go to heaven. or to have any good feeling. Can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you let go of the need to suffer? Everywhere you think it makes you a good person for other people to walk all over you, or to abuse you, or to use you, to hurt you in any way, and you're telling yourself that makes you a good person. Anywhere you're doing that, anything that this story is, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Any other stories, any other emotional pain that is ready to be transmuted, transformed, and to leave? Can you allow yourself now to be aware of it, to breathe into it, and to open your hand to allow the energy to move, to flow, to be fresh, to be new? So any remaining shame, any remaining guilt, so anywhere you feel guilty about anything you've done to other people, you let that go. Any remaining fear, any confusion or lack of decisiveness, can you let that go? Muddiness, can you allow that to be transmuted into clarity? Any remaining pain, unhealedness within you, can you allow yourself now to breathe into that and let it go? Any remaining suffering that's ready to go, can you let it go? And anywhere your ego, your pride, your sense of identity is preventing you from letting go, from moving forward, moving to higher levels of consciousness, anywhere your ego is blocking you, holding on for dear life, anywhere your ego is getting in the way, your identity or your pride, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you step into courageousness? Can you step into possibility? Or at least be willing to step into courageousness, willing to step into possibility, into something new, to something fresh, healthier, more harmonious, greater balance, higher order. Relaxed, relief. Life. So now you can put your hand on your heart. I want you to ask yourself the question: What has been withheld from me? So in other words, maybe as a child you weren't given appreciation or acceptance. Or even as an adult in relationships, is there something that you always feel your partner isn't giving you? What is it? Is it approval? Is it love? Is it, like I said, acceptance? Allow yourself to get a word that's a positive word. But you'll know it's the right one when it's a positive word that feels a little bit painful, in the sense of, yeah, I'm lacking that appreciation, for instance. So allow yourself to get a sense of that within yourself. Allow the answer to come to you. And if there's not a word, the feeling is okay. What are people not giving you? What are you starved for? And if it's nothing, that's fine too. But if something comes up, allow yourself to receive that answer. So what you want to do now is taking that thought, that feeling, with your hand on your heart. You want to give yourself that gift now. So for the example, I'm going to say my name. Feels appreciation. So the example word for me is appreciation. So Trent feels appreciation. So you can say your name, feels, and then the word that you chose. And more than the word though, allow yourself to feel that. Give it to yourself now. Give yourself that feeling. Fill your cup. So as you do this, you can imagine it like a puzzle. And that word that you said is the last piece of the puzzle. So when you put it into place, you can imagine your body becoming whole and complete. It's like you have a halo now, because your energy is full. You're at full power. Your cup is running over now. So if there's any other things that you need to give yourself now to complete the puzzle, feel free to do that now. So if it's appreciation, allow yourself to feel the appreciation. Allow yourself to feel acceptance. Allow yourself to feel self-love. Give yourself the gift of self-respect. How does it feel to forgive yourself? How does it feel to be approved of, to be safe, to be secure, to be prosperous, having more than enough, to be connected to the source of all things within you, and having the faith to know that all things are possible. So now letting the love and light come through you, as you, and now reaching your home, the space that you're in, lighting up your room, lighting up your home or your building. Allow yourself to light up your community, your city, town, your state or province. Let the light fill up your country. See it harmonious. Solutions, answers. See this overlap lighting up the world thriving. Friendly universe. Happy, strong, healthy, vibrant, green world. Abundant world. Beautiful world. Beautiful sunsets. Thriving. Whole, complete, and thriving. So allowing yourself to feel the feeling of your fondest dreams come true, the answered prayer, infinite love, infinite light, and connected to the source within you. Now walk back to waking consciousness. 1. Slowly 2. Feeling whole, feeling complete. 3. 4. 5. Having so much to give. 6. 7. Feeling nurtured. 8. Feeling a better balance, higher order. 9. Feeling full, feeling love, with so much to give. 10. And when you're ready, you can come back to the room.